as we get going is every time I see the word lurker on here, for some reason my mind thinks of liquors from Resident Evil. Especially the
That
first
makes
time I read
sense.
this.
Yeah. Gnarly.
Especially with the way it attacks. Like, it never got to really attack except for that one slash. Like, it uses its tongue, it can suffocate people, but... Oh, man. Yeah, so I think you guys just got done with that, and you were still in that little alcove along the path. Or this upper path, and, let's see how to explain this. So you guys are there, which is right here. Okay, so yeah, you guys went from the door to the lurkers. You defeated the lurker. You captured all the lurker babies, and you heard that they were worth a lot, though that they are rare. And I just decided to camp there for a moment. If you continue down this path, which I'm already, you guys are probably about to. It's still 5 feet above from the water. And the water is an unknown depth, even with your infravision. It's just gray and kind of dark and muddled. You notice that the water that you guys have been walking past for all this time has been really still, but continuing, going to the right or left. That's what I mean. If you guys are inside the alcove looking straight back out, it would be to your left. You can hear like rushing water going along. And if you as you continue that way, there's still more of a dry, like upper an upper area, a shelf like upper area that lets you travel alongside the water or stream, or however you would like to word it.
So we stayed the night, right?
Yeah, you guys can, any HP that's just lost and stuff. Anytime we end the session, if it's not like mid-battle, we can safely assume you guys camped.
All right. I'll remove a ration.
All right.
Let's see. So we have this sack full of lurker babies.
Yes.
I'm not sure how it works here, but where I'm from, when you take someone's babies, they get mad. If we continue and speak with the Fomorians, will they be angry with us?
Well, from what I can tell, the thing we were beating up was a bigger version of it. That could have been their mother.
Perhaps the Fomorians won't mind.
Yeah. If the thing tried to tag us, that means that one had ill intent. And it was just our way and duty of getting it out of the way, and also children running around. Let's just scoop them up and make sure they're at least safe.
Either way, if the Fomorians wish to have these creatures, we could give them, I suppose. Where do you think the path is to make it to the Fomorians so that we can try to get to the bottom of what's causing this?
Well, from what I can tell, the information we got, the dude said follow along the... Would it be more recommended of following along the water if you think about it? Because the dam isn't being worked on. Follow the source to get to the area where it gets stopped. I would recommend.
So maybe we should go to the left and continue the sound toward the sound of the waters?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. When you guys do that, I would say with Francois, probably somewhere in the middle, and Benrick leading the charge with his hemp provision. You guys make your way there, following along the stream or the water, and as you guys move forward, the sound of rushing water becomes louder and louder until you hit a fork in the road. As you see, there are various amounts of debris flooding in the water. Some looks like tools, some look like bronze and copper valves and pipes, and others the bodies of dead Formians. Mm-hmm. They're here. Yeah, they're here. Yeah. That's what she did texting us. Yeah, I'll be right back. I gotta unlock the gate. Sorry about that, you guys. They just pulled up. I'll be DMing as we go. But anyways, as you guys are examining this, the water, dang it, in the fork in the road, the water seems to be rushing, and I mean almost like white water rapid rushing from the left, feeding the almost calm water that you guys have been walking past into that alcove, and then continuously rushing past you to the right. It's like a massive tunnel, now kind of riverway, and there's no more dry. Where you guys are is like a dead stop at the shelf upper area that's dry. On top of all this, you see what looks like a makeshift raft with 4 Formians going by from the left to the right. One of them seems to be carrying some kind of bronze staff, and from those of you from the funnel would recognize this as it looks like another bronze rod of rulership. There are others manning the raft. And I'll describe the raft here in a second. Others are. I love you too. I'll still get a mark. I will. Mm-hmm. I love you too. All right. Anyway, sorry. Other Formians are manning makeshift oars, trying to push this and speed this raft along, while one other carries what you can easily guess is a spear, but it's made of some unknown material. It looks almost as polished and like a sheen polish as that of the stone and the doorway that made up the landing on the staircase. The raft that they're on looks like it is made of a bunch of carapaces, giant dead bugs, and strips of wood here and there, along with ropes tethering it all together. What do you guys do?
What do you think, Knocker?
The use of carapaces of their brethren seems off.
Well, it's like parts of dead Formians, and then others are some gigantic insects you guys have not run into yet. I guess the best way to describe them, it looks like the giant shells of crayfish or crawdads.
Okay. I'm concerned they might be tainted in some way.
Might be what?
Tainted.
Oh. Do you have a way of detecting that? I don't think I do. I can look real quick. I don't think so.
Yeah, Notker, takes out his, lamb seal, holds it up, and
Uh-oh.
oh,
Hey, Mo.
Hey.
it does not glow. And Notker shakes his head and no guidance on this question.
Okay. Well, I just want to talk to him. And then I think we could run. I would hate to let them go. I feel like it would actually be useful information to know if they are corrupted. Which I would
If they are, I could turn unholy and cause them to flee.
Yeah.
While we run the other direction.
Yeah, just enough to, get away from them or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it would be useful. I yell out, hello, friends. I just walk out in the open and my hands open like that.
As you try and greet them, any shouts and pleas that all you attempt to do, grant no response other than a bug-eyed glare as they try and hastily or move faster with the raft along those crossroads. Especially with the one carrying the rod.
Oof.
Oh.
These Formians look larger than the one that you've encountered at the guild, the Planeswalkers guild. And by larger, I mean a good 2 feet taller, 3 feet wider, and much bulkier than that one.
Well, they don't seem to want to talk to us. And I don't think we should just attack them.
Yeah, and I don't... Oh.
I would say at least get the general directions where the dam is. That's where we have to go either way. See if we're heading in the correct direction. Because sometimes when water splits, you can't figure out which way you're going.
I can try to speak their language again.
Okay.
Can I do that, Glenn?
Yeah, go ahead. Of course.
Yeah, all right. Let's see. I'm level... I think we said we're 3 now. And this is an intelligence test. 11, 12, plus 3 is 15. So, 15, it says, I understand. Oh, no, but I can't speak it. That's kind of useless.
Oh.
And I can't write it. I can only read or understand it. I think I maybe messed this up last time.
No, that's all right.
No, you were able to, I think, speak it for a bit, but it was only for a short time.
Actually, yeah, I see that now. It says on the higher result that you can speak it. So I'm like, And then I'm like, oh, and I lose it, and I can't seem to speak it. Well, I don't think these people are going to help us, nor can we stop them.
You could get a general... Yeah, but still, you can at least get a general direction of if we're heading towards the dam or not. I would say.
Do you want to try talking to them? They wouldn't talk to me.
Yeah. I go towards the edge. Pardon me, can you point us towards the dam if we're going the correct direction?
Again, they glare, and this time the one with the staff throws a piece of debris in your direction, just hitting the edge of the dry cliff, or dry shelf-like area, and it clangs into the water.
Okay. Let's just continue heading upstream towards wherever the source is.
I think that you may be
having
right,
a-
Notker. I think that perhaps this may have already afflicted them. Yeah, if we go towards where the... But wait, this platform where we're at, this upper shelf, if we go any farther, we'll be swimming, right? If we try to go against the current. Which I assume that must be where the dam is, right? Because they said the dam broke.
Yes. I would say everybody kind of roll a... Oh, heck, just roll a perception check. I'm not going to try and do the math and tie it to something.
Perception under what?
Just roll a d20.
I got a 4.
16.
I got a 16.
Okay. Well, you guys find that hidden under a bunch of debris at the end of the ledge lies a raft, an almost finished raft that looks nearly identical to the ones the Formies were using. Hastily made out of the carapaces of a few large insects lashed together. But it looks like it's missing some rope and some way to steer the raft to get it up.
Okay.
Near the raft, however, its builder lies dead. A Formian corpse rests near the raft. A bronze-headed spear protruding from its chest.
I want to inspect the corpse, and does he seem unusually large, like the ones we saw?
No, actually, even without a closer inspection, you can tell that this one looks just like the previous one that you guys helped at Tavern.
Uh-oh.
I think if you guys want, I can make this easier.
That's
Roll
good.
an intelligence check. Yeah.
I mean, it's fine. We can... I failed. I got an 8.
That's good. Yeah, so what you guys know from just some brief mentionings around the tavern as news of the flood and invasion was happening, and just more general conversation, is that the Formians are made up of 4 different types of creatures. There's a worker variant, but this one here lying dead, and the one at the tavern. There is warriors who are bigger and bulkier and are here to protect each and every colony. Of course, there are the queen, or the queen. And then there are the only males of the Formian, the mirror marks, and they are kind of the sentinel or praetorian guard of the beach. The only ones who can fertilize your eggs. Has actually been eyes on a mirror mark, but you've only heard them in brief passing. You haven't had a good description. But you've seen warriors and workers so far. And the last one is
And the last one is what?
warriors remarks. Thought I was missing one. I already said. Yeah. It's like. Anyways, all right. So yeah, there's a dead Formian worker here next to this raft. Looks like she was killed by a warrior of some kind.
You're breaking up a bit.
Left this area.
All right.
How about now?
That's way better. Okay. So what I heard from that was that we remember when we were in Tavern, there are two different types of Fomorians, workers and these larger soldier type variants. And I think I heard you say it looks like this worker that was constructing this boat was probably like killed, like martially killed, like violence.
Yes.
Okay.
He is not. He has a spear sticking out of his chest. It looks like as he was trying to build this raft. Your best guess is that he was been dead for at least an hour.
Yeah, I think it seems that the soldiers might be turning on the workers. I think you might be right, Notker, that they're infected by this, whatever this taint is that is affecting the staircase. If we follow them, they'll probably attack us. And we don't have a thing to steer the boat with right now. I feel like what we need is to try to find someone in charge, like for good or bad, because that will tell us more. Like if there were like a Fomorian command post, or even better, if we could make it to enemy lines. It's starting to seem like the Slowed. I have the wrong universe. It's the Slowed, right? Slowed.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
That's
Slowed.
It seems like they have.
People.
Yeah, it seems like they have a good reason to do what they're doing. I know they're like the bad guys or whatever, but it seems like maybe they have a reason that they're doing what they're doing. So if we could just speak to the brass on either side, we could gain a lot more information. But either way, I guess that means just like getting in this boat and going.
How hard would it be to fashion a means of steering using the debris?
I think it would take a good hour or two, but you guys can MacGyver a steering mechanism and any other like propulsion that you might need, or anything else to fix this raft up. There's various debris floating in the river going by, and there's different tools and pieces of metal and stuff that's beyond repair sitting around.
I can also summon like 2 otters that can just like latch onto the back of the boat and just like swim us. No, I mean I can actually, but that's stupid. But I can.
Aren't we able to attune to our, was it deities due to the area? Like, you have more of a connection here because of the area
Oh yeah,
we
that's
went
right.
through?
Yeah. I don't know what effect that has yet.
If you have a good deity, you have more of a upper limit saying, I think. Like, you have more of a connection. Neutral, you're kind of like, of course, base. Then bad, you barely can hear them, from what I remember.
Okay. Well,
Because this area,
I regret that I think I've screwed up a lot in this game. I don't think I was supposed to have access to patron spells. I think I was supposed to like bond with the King of Elfland first and do the patron bond ritual. And I apologize if I had that wrong.
No, that's fine.
that's fine.
I mean, I had no idea what I was doing with Ozzy Dahaka until I actually looked it up on Google, saying, "All right, Kid Cleric sees Ozzy Dahaka."
And I was not any help with that whatsoever, so thanks for doing that.
But it's basically clerics and spellcasters can use the same deity or patron. They just one can spell burn and I think one can't when trying to invoke patron. Maybe.
Yeah, but
it's not really clear.
In order to contact my patron for my patron bond, I think I have to do the patron bond. It says I have to actually commit myself to the service of a supernatural lord first. It could be a demon, devil, ghost, spirit, angel, chaos
You
lord.
can join Cthulhu if you want.
I'm surrounded by religious people. I got the frog guy. I got Cthulhu.
Frogs.
There's the lamb. But I'm gonna be honest. I'm kind of waiting on that one to see what happens. You know, although he did heal somebody. But you know, I got options. I don't know. But anyways, it takes a week to complete that, and then once the pact is made, then I can invoke the patron's support. I'm sorry, this is just the generic text for it, so it's for the King of Elfland.
Yeah.
And then I have to cast a spell.
Clearly.
Yeah. So. Yeah, and then I also get a mystic twin once I conduct the ritual, and it appears again out of my chest. Of course it does. Well, anyways,
You already have a frog face on someone's chest.
So all that to say that I have a bit of a rigmarole before I can do that. But that being said, you all could do that. Anyways, I'm down with crafting the steering mechanism for the boat. It sounds like we can't keep going past this upper shelf because it stops and then the water's flowing from it. It sounds like we're going to be fighting upstream, but on the other hand, that sounds like that's where the dam is.
Yeah.
But I'd almost propose that it would be good just
I would say try for makeshift rudder and some sort of like potion for us to just do manually, like make a couple of oars or like really long poles if we can stick them down deep enough.
Yeah.
Almost like a gondola.
And we do have the sphere.
Oh yeah. We can extend it out with other things.
Yeah, I'm down. Let's do it.
I don't mind sacrificing my axe as a temporary rudder.
We have equipment. I forgot about that. Let me see what I got.
Yeah.
Somebody had a 10-foot
I got an
pole,
axe. I have a dagger. Sadly, I did not have any more rope with me. That was on a different character from the funnel.
Yeah, I don't have anything that would be helpful, to be honest.
Either does not hurt.
Okay, so maybe we should just take the time to construct this thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I can use my axe as a temporary rudder, so on the fly I can pop it back up and use it if need be.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, you guys do that, and it takes about 2 hours to construct what you need properly out of the makeshift tools and equipment free. But you guys have a working raft. Your best judgment, though, is if you hit any rock along the way, in either direction, this thing will fall apart.
Oh, just great.
Oh,
Who's going to be steering? Are we using my axe as a makeshift rudder or no? That's the question.
I'm wondering if that would be like an agility-based thing. My agility is pretty high. It's a 16, so I could be the
Let me check mine.
boatswain?
Yeah.
Is that what
9.
it's
My
called?
agility is a 9, but my strength is a 13.
There's a word for the guy in the back of a boat that steers it. I can't remember what it's called.
I think boatswain's right, but I'm not sure.
We can just call him a pilot, because I don't remember
Yeah.
boat terms at the moment.
I have the strength, technically, for it, but at the same time, I don't have the agility to finesse it.
Is it a strength thing or an agility thing, Glenn? Like, which would be better for that?
Using my
I would-
axe as a makeshift rudder.
I would say either works. Depends on which way you're going. I would say agility if it's following the string, and probably strength going up the string.
Okay,
Since we're going up, I'm going to have to do strength.
sounds good.
So I already have a 13, so that's going to make it easier to go up strength. So
Alright.
I'm still in command of my axe.
Nice. Let's do it. Let's go. Let's get up to this dam that bust and see what happened.
Someone needs to keep an eye out in the front for rocks, and also help out with paddling or pushing along because we are going upstream and not downstream.
Yeah.
Okay, we proceed to head upstream with our makeshift raft.
All right, so yeah, you guys do that. You guys head upstream. It's tough going. Very little progress is made within the span of 20 minutes. You guys maybe moved about 10 feet upstream. But the more you guys push and avoid any debris that's heading your way, just up ahead, about 100 feet ahead, because it's just a tunnel going just straight, you see what looks like the base of the dam. And it looks half intact and half just completely destroyed, as it looks like an intricate system of pipes and valves have been just destroyed, and water is just pouring out from the center of this dam.
What seems to have been the source of damage? Like physical wrecking?
As you move closer, it looks, as best as you can tell, since you're not really familiar with Formian technology yet, or in architecture and structure, it looks like it just burst. It looks like just without maintenance, the dam just burst and caused this flood.
What's going on? I didn't know Mo was here.
Not a lot.
All right. Well, there's no Fomorians around, right?
Not that you can tell, but it looks like there's offshoots, and these offshoots are on dry land on either side of this dam. One looks like it's been sealed by a door, and the other one just looks like a dark corridor as you get closer.
A simple but maybe not simple question. I have magic. Is this beyond the skein of my magic to be able to close these valves temporarily? Be able to. So, for an example, I have a spell which is a bit of a to-do. I have to find costly materials, so we would have to like scavenge the brass and the material of pipes that were burst, I imagine, and then I can imbue it with magic, and then it's not going to repair it, but what I could do is trace runes on it, and if I roll high enough, use block, or immobility, and make it to where it, like a immovable rod, and put it in place.
That sounds like a good approach.
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, that
What
worked
would be
temporarily.
the, yeah. What to what extent, right? Like, because it doesn't specify it. It does say that anyone trying to pass through would have to do a will save to resist. So, like, what does the water do? Does it have, like,
Is it sentient?
yeah.
Pretty much.
So I don't know how you would rule that, but it does say, for example, I can take a. Let me make sure I'm not way off. I'm not going to read all this, but I'm just looking real quick. I have to find like the objects. So we'd have to take time to find the piping, I guess. And then I trace signs on it, and then. Oh wait, no, I have to purchase the items ahead of time. So, and they're like spell components, so no, this will not work. It would have to be like...
I would say if you can scavenge the parts, just whatever, you could cast it as like a stopgap measure. And what I forgot to mention last week is you got lawful characters are strongly attuned to their gods here, or you feel a stronger connection, which in game terms, all spells for lawful characters, you can go up a dice with a D30.
Wait, D30?
Yeah, and chaotic characters go down to like D16, and neutral characters stay at a D20.
All right.
I got neutral D&D.
So basically, the water in this scenario, I think, would have a chance of busting the rune. If I take a -8 to the spell check and still somehow pass, I could make it permanent.
Ooh.
But I would have to burn. Go ahead.
Yeah, if you do that, I would try and bless you beforehand.
Okay.
I have Paddleton as a substitute. Paddleton's corpse as a possible thing to sacrifice for the spell.
I am
I
definitely.
still have the duck.
So I haven't recovered my my stamina yet. I don't even remember what it was. I know it wasn't this low though. It was higher. I'm gonna put like a thing here just so I can remember.
Well, yeah, it was the kaiju duck when it shrunk.
I'll have
down
to
back to the 2-foot summon duck.
I think I'll have to burn my agility down. Probably like I'll have to burn like 10 agility. And that's
well, yeah, Paddleton's corpse as one of the components if you need be.
Can you spell burn after the fact? I can't remember. Like, can you do it and then you have to declare in advance how much you're going to spell burn? Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay,
I think you declare it, but if you get the roll, you don't have to worry about it.
Oh, really? Okay.
I think. Spell burn's such a weird rule.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, okay. So this is going to be a tough one. I will fix this dam at the cost of my vitality severely. Basically, I'll burn myself all the way down to like 4. That'll give me 12. Can you bless me? Because I need it.
I'll be at the ready with lay on hands after the thing.
And then we have to find
To see if
stuff.
I can bring back anything. Yeah.
There's also ritual magic. I don't remember the specifics, but
Ooh.
So, for the next, you receive a bonus to all attack rolls, damage rolls, saving throws, skill checks, and spell checks. Basically, every time you roll, equal to 1d3 plus caster level. So just using the d6 as a d3.
dang it.
So 2 caster.
It's pretty
So yeah, you're at a +3 for everything for the next turn.
D6.
So 10 minutes.
Plus caster level. You're level 3, aren't you? Wait, no, you're not, because you got a new character. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
It's
so
level
yeah,
1.
3. All right, so that brings me to a -5. So I will. The first thing is we need to find the piping and the materials, the expensive materials. That this stuff is there debris? Is there piping debris? And can any of you lift it somehow?
I love rank 13, but someone has to take over the rudder.
Well, I would imagine we beach the raft.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then like
I don't mind sacrificing some money if need be.
I can try casting more than one spell, so I can actually take a piece of debris and enlarge it. We're doing like magical construction engineering right now for some reason. I'm okay with it. We don't have to do this, Glenn. It's okay. We can also just like interact with
I'm good with it. Like,
yeah, I don't have a strong feeling on this. I'm down either way. Okay.
I need your vitality is down to what now? From your original? Do you need heals?
Oh, well, I appreciate that, but I don't think you can heal spell burn, can you? Can you do that?
No, and also lay on hands.
Yeah.
I restored vitality as one of my things.
It's really weird.
Oh.
So you can with restore vitality.
Oh.
But you can't do it immediately afterwards, or your patron would be very upset. Like, but basically you can, but it'd be you get a higher disapproval on your spells for like a week.
Oh.
Or whoever is doing the restoration.
Like you would have to.
Well, I'm doing the restoration.
Well,
I already got my Cthulhu god already bad at me.
If that's the case,
Twice.
I think the big thing that I could use help with is restoring my agility after I do this. So, does it look like there is any debris that's sort of laying around that has like blown off from this decompression of this equipment?
Yeah, there's various bits of like plate. Like to a Fomorian it would be small, but to you guys it'd be about the size of your chest. And then there's different various pipes and valves. And then just stonework that is just been blown or broken off by this onslaught of rushing water.
Oh my god.
All right. So here's my thought. What I'll try to do is accomplish immobility, but make it permanent. But we'll start by just getting the object in place, and then I'll cast the rune on it and draw it, so it's going to get real wet. So we're going to have to hold this, whatever this object is. So is there any object, either a stone or something like a piece of like metal that we can hold up as the stuff is pouring out of the dam?
Yes.
Okay. If you all will help me hold it up, I will try to inscribe the rune on it.
Okay.
Yeah. This takes...
Do we need to do a strength check to pick up the item for a long period of time?
Actually, does anyone else have in particular, does Notker have enlarge? Because
Oh no.
okay,
Um.
all right, here goes.
Yeah, that's.
I'm gonna burn
Okay,
12. Yeah. Oh, that sucks. Okay, so let me do the math here.
Don't
So-
forget about +3 with every for the turn of the spell.
20
One turn. If you
plus
go
3 is 23. Minus 5 is actually pretty good. I got an 18. It's not enough. It's not enough. It can block things, but it says up to man-sized, so that's not going to be enough.
So did you add the 3 from the blessing?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so what I did is I took 8, and then I added my spell burn, which is 12. I think I said, 12, so that brings it to 20. And then plus yours is 23. And then subtract 5. Actually, with that, it's worse. I'd subtract 8, so it's a 12. So it's even worse. It actually can only create an alarm. So I have failed and burned myself down to 4 agility.
Ooh.
You know what really sucks though?
Oof.
Yeah, we just create an alarm on this thing, and then it gets blown away. I could try to go ahead and see if I can enlarge it, and then maybe it'll wedge, but that just seems a bit...
But I do need to restore your vitality if possible.
Oh, absolutely. I would appreciate that. Yeah.
278, Mo. Page 278, if you have the big book with you.
Yes. Let me go to it. Hold on a second. I got the big book.
I also have big book.
278 for restoring vitality.
Yeah.
Okay.
Got it.
D20.
I'm
11.
gonna add your caster levels.
Caster level is level 3, so but the caster level. I'm technically level 3.
I know. So,
I
what
rolled
was
an
your
11.
result? An 11. And that's with your 3?
No, that's without my 3, so it would be a 14 with my 3.
Okay, so you can restore...
Plus your personality bonus.
Oh, yeah.
Personality bonus?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What would that? 1. Personality bonus is 1.
So 15. Okay, so you can restore 1 point of temporarily lost strength, stamina, agility, intelligence, so on and so forth. Cannot be increased higher than the target's original maximum. Alternately, and this is the best one, I apparently, you can heal 1 hit point of damage up to the target's maximum.
It's the lowest result.
Okay.
Well, this might be a long-term project to get Fenric back.
Yeah.
All right, I'll take. Thank
So
you.
I'm going to put the agility for Fenric by doing restore vitality. So he gets 1 more point instead of being at 4. He's now at 5 agility.
Nice. I know that's.
So he got a little bit more speed,
Yeah. Yeah.
but he's still pretty winded.
Yeah, you just see him like weak, and he's like, I'm sorry, friends. And then this whatever you're holding up, and you're just getting drenched with water. It just like gets blown backwards into the water uselessly.
Yeah, I can after all these like spell burn attempts by Fenric, I can start to see him like his skin starting to turn paler, kind of flaky, kind of like ET.
Fenric, sit down for a bit, for goodness sakes. Gotta think this through again.
Well, I'm out of tricks.
I don't have those traits. I have word command. Word command. 66. Mo, can you
Yeah,
double
word
check
of
if I
command, you can
And
just. I mean, word of command, you can just command other like units or other like NPCs and stuff to obey you.
not water. That would be hilarious if I could.
No, not water unless it's sentient. Which
He has to specify that for when we get to the inevitable sapient water that's going to be in this somewhere, probably.
There are
Probably.
water elementals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, we ought to just take one of these paths. We need to find a boss. We need to find somebody in charge around this place. Be a Karen about it. Be like, what's up with this
All right.
place?
Well, I'm gonna say you guys landed on either or, as there's a platform that. So there's two sides. The one's a dark cavern, the other one's a locked door. But they're connected by this copper/bronze/ whatever secretion this is, kind of a bridge that these Formians made. And like 90% of these tubes and stuff are linked up with this secretion, some kind of thing that they make. And
Basically ant paste.
pretty much. And the only problem with that is you guys would have to make a strength check to try and cross it, as the water is just pouring across it at high velocity. But yeah, you guys can go either way, is what I mean. There's left or right is the simplest way to put it.
Left or right?
I have a bit of a quick question. I also have binding. I don't know exactly what that correlates.
Well, that is for extraplanar creatures and stuff.
Yeah.
So with binding, you can do it with summoned things from wizards or necromancers and stuff like that, or just basic animals.
Okay.
Yeah.
Trying to find a hair tech because my haircut is right now bugging me.
It's a great haircut, by the way. Great. It's
nice. Yeah, it does go on both sides of my head with a buzz.
Yeah.
Which is a lot more Korean. Oh yeah. It does do both sides. The side is a little bit more prominent because I like to push it over this side. But it does go all the way down and around, like a little bit down on my back of my neck over here. But not too far, but still have enough length where I can put it into a little budgie ponytail if I need be.
Nice.
I'm going to go quickly grab a hair tie. So you can see me shuffling around in the room.
Do we have rope? In case somebody is pushed into the river.
That is a good question. Did you guys buy rope?
I think the other fellow had rope. We did buy a bunch of stuff, and then I think I was like, oh, you're getting rope, cool. And then I was like, all right, I won't get rope. Because I have all kinds of stuff, but I don't have rope. Crowbar, I have multiple flasks of oil and all kinds of stuff, but no rope. Yeah.
There you go. A lot better.
All right. So I apologize because I was writing down notes. So left path, right path. I'm going to draw it just so I can... Let's see.
Don't forget, we need to trudge through water on one of the paths.
Yeah, so it's... Which path is, like, got the water? Is it the right or left path?
Both of them are dry. The water starts from this dam. Left is the dark cavern. The right is the sealed door, or just door.
Okay.
Don't know if it's sealed or not, but it's closed.
Okay. So what were you saying about the water then?
Oh, sorry. I was saying like these two are on like two different kind of walls. Then there's the dam in the middle, and right in front of the dam where it bursted and everything, there's like a bridge made of metal and connected with this ant paste. And
That's wild.
trying to cross there would require like a strength or agility check.
Because it's destroyed.
Yeah, it's basically destroyed, and you might get pushed by the water.
Okay, so we should use our boat.
Yeah, that would probably be the safest.
I'm
route.
sorry, which one had the door again? I feel like we could check the door.
Yeah, there's the right side.
Right side. Okay, I got it. All right. Yeah. I have thieves' tools, and we could kind of poke around on the door. What do you all think?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's try the door.
Okay. I go up to the door, and I'm pretty sure I have elfy things. I have a chance to check if anything is secret, if there's a secret door nearby.
I do horrible with secret door things because of outlying shirts.
Oh yeah, I forgot about your elf eyes. No, but with your elf vision, I'll grant you this: the door's unlocked.
Nice. I say, with my elf vision, I can see that the door is unlocked, and I turn the door.
At least it's not a waste of thieves' tools.
Slowly open the door. I can try to see what's on the other side.
I'm ready my battle axe just in case.
I pull my dead body back as the beholder has destroyed my skull.
But you succeeded in your roll body check, and you're still alive. Where the heck is this? I kind of skip. Well, no, we didn't skip over anything. Yeah, so you guys are at the Broken Dike chamber that once held the valve system and the dike that held back the water of the underground river known as the Dark Flow. Because the bronze valves were quite complicated and very precise, even just a few days' neglect resulted in the water pressure building up, so that eventually the valve system burst. Now only vestiges of the pipe and valves remain, as well as the copper pipes which run along the wall and into the main city net. The water here is not deep, but it's safer to use the raft, as it pours from the hole with great force. So as you go, you open the door. Behind the door stand two chambers. There's one foreman worker who remains here.
Oh, great.
It looks like kind of a waylay station, or kind of a... I'm trying to think of what it's called. Kind of like a watch station. I'm not sure how to put it, where they manage the dam / dike.
Yeah. Yeah, I know what you mean. Like, there's places like that in things like power plants where you have, like, not just the main control center, but you have, like, other places that come off from it.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll shut up, actually. Does somebody want to talk to? Anybody want to talk to the bug guy?
I'm going to be I'm going to need you to translate. If he if he speaks back to us and he understands us but doesn't, and we can't understand him,
we don't speak
I need
bug
you
around here.
We don't speak ant in these parts.
Okay.
Okay. So who's talking to Mr. Ant-Man?
Francois.
All right. Go ahead.
Excuse me. We came here on the behalf of figuring out what the plane's disease going on, and we heard that this could be one of the problems, part of the plains disease. Came here to see if we could help out or figure out what's going on so that the dam can properly be built again. Sir? Oh, ma'am?
Man, it bug thing. Yeah. You speak to it, and the ant, he notices you, notice all of you, but he seems scared. And he walks up and he rubs his antennae across you, and this is what you get. Um, this is the quickest mode of information for Formians. I neglect to have said that. Apologies. They like doing this better than speaking, as they can transmit more information faster through their social network, to say. So they don't do it often with, I guess you could just say, two-leggers, and it's kind of almost a one-way type of transmission. So he gets what you're saying, Francois, and what you get in return is that he feels a loss of enthusiasm for its job. And it heard someone say something about the queen is disappeared. It knows nothing more of interest, and alone it can't even attempt to fix the hole or describe how to even possibly fix the dike. It has told you, though, that there were a few others. Let me find this, because it's a bit of a rant, and I'm trying to shorten it down. So it relates that the accident occurred in what equates to about 3 days ago in their time. Formians living all their lives on the ground don't use terms like day or night. It has no idea why it and its fellows suddenly lost all will to work shortly before that. It describes the layout of the area, which, well, what it used to look like before the dam broke, so it's not very helpful information. But it says if you follow what essentially is a stream downwards, you'll enter the main city nest. The dark corridor on the other side leads to a storeroom where they keep extra supplies like valves and pipes and stuff like that to continuously work on this dike. But it's hidden here ever since, while comrades fled to the city nest.
Okay. I scribble out the map on my notepad as he's talking about it. So at least I can get... Wait, do I have to roll on the map to see how well of a map I can make? That's a good question, or no?
No, I'd say no.
Okay.
And it says that in the outer chamber, because here's the first chamber, it's this watch station where it's been hiding out behind this sealed door. In the next chamber over, it tries to explain that there's a few soft earthen mounds, which they relate to you as a bed in for their race, that they use for the bed. There's a table in there. It's just like a lunchroom, essentially. But they also use it to house their pets, the giant crayfish.
Aw.
Yeah.
Do we have a bunch of giant crayfish babies in the sack?
No, we have lurkers, sadly. Well, it's a big sack, but half of this big sack, if I remember right. It's our lurker interrogation sack. Again. Is Scumbag or you, Mondo, holding that sack?
That is a good question. Who's holding the bag of 19 baby lurkers?
It was either Scumbag or you and Mondo. One of the two.
I'll hold it. It's fine.
Scumbag's gone. You're holding the bag.
Okay.
So it's the two elf boys passing the bag back and forth every so often.
So.
Okay. Relay the information to my whole group. So I don't need to relay it as my character. Show them the sketch on my sketch pad. This is the general map. This is what I got from him. Thank you. And we're going to be heading towards the main city cavity now. And we will try to see what we can do. We already tried to fix the hole, but we kind of failed at that. That's why our lovely elf here is currently wiped out and exhausted. Okay. From what I can tell, we should probably head back to the main area and see what's going on with why the queen is missing.
Based off of the story that I heard from him, does it seem plausible that the loss of the queen's pheromones is why they lost motivation to work?
Ooh.
That is a good theory. I'm not going to confirm or deny it. But whatever happened, all of this happened at once.
Oh, I'm going to turn back over to the dude again. When did you guys exactly get news of the queen going missing? And you say it's about 3 days your time that this all happened in the pit. 3 days ago. Your time. When was the news for the queen that happened gone missing? Just to get a general timeline. As I asked it, Centaurian Ant.
Yeah. Okay. There's the best that I can give it to you. Since time flows differently on the staircase, this is gonna get trippy. So 3 days ago is when the dam broke.
Mm-hmm.
5 days ago is when him and his coworkers started losing enthusiasm and any
function of wanting to build.
Wanting to build or do anything. They basically have lost all will to work or enthusiasm to continue. And a lot of them have started either, the best way to put it is either lazy or very aggressive in attacking. That was 5 days ago. Then the dam broke 3 days ago. And then 2 days ago is when the queen, or news of the queen disappearing has occurred.
Okay.
And to everybody on the staircase getting this news, it happened 3 days ago.
Okay.
The whole thing.
I relay the timeline to them, saying they could have had the queen missing earlier than what they actually are saying, but they got the news later, possibility. But whoever is trying to improvise as the queen could be a possibility. But that's a whim, where there's a 2-day gap before the dam... there's about a 2-day gap before the dam busted. But when they first started to lose enthusiasm was supposedly 5 days ago for them. Then, just 3 days ago, the dam busted. And was it 2 days ago he got news about the queen dying again? Well,
disappearing, yes.
Yeah, and 2 days ago, he got news about the queen disappearing. So, from what I can tell, sequentially wise, it could be the reason. Knowing they're basically in our layman terms, the smaller version, the bigger version of our common little itty bitty ant. No offense. From what I can tell, the queen could have gone missing a lot sooner within that time, or a lot before the news of her being missing later.
Yeah.
In that zone. So if we go to the main area, we might be able to get more facts about what and when exactly the disappearance happened. Because from what I can tell, there's a
That time-wise is accurate.
yeah. It's right after the dam broke that he got news. The day after the dam broke, he got news. From what I can understand with the timeline.
Yeah, and
it's been a day since it's passed.
Yeah, this has happened over multiple days, quote unquote, and for everybody on the staircase. So from the staircase perspective, it happened. Everything happened all at once 3 days ago. But inside this Arcadia forming city, it happened over
time, basically, for the Arcadian ant time. I just told them what happened to Arcadian ant time, but it's within a 3-day span of us knowing what all happened as human staircase time.
Okay. Well, I agree with you. I think the best bet is to just steer right into it and find people and try to figure out what's going on.
So head to the main hive zone, the city in a sense on the map. But she told me go back downstream to get to it.
Yeah. Yeah, and figure out kind of who's in charge now, and then we can kind of
gauge what we need to do and find and possibly get the dam rebuilt.
Yeah.
Or repaired.
Yeah, and my concern is it's possible that these people don't have the intelligence to operate independently. Yeah. Now, we've seen Formians by themselves.
Yeah. But they're under command to do a specific thing, and they're going to fulfill that job from what we can understand.
Yeah. We should prioritize finding the queen.
Yeah. Go to the main city and find the queen.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you for the information. We are going to be going back to the main city. If we run into you, please say hello to us. And
was that like a racist? Just goodbye. No, all the ants are the same.
No. It's just saying that this is like, hey, if we run into you or you run into us, it would be great to say hello and get some information if he has any new information. Because it would be nice to keep up. I'm not trying to be racist. This is franchise and farmer, for goodness sakes. He appreciates ants.
Yeah, okay. That's great. That's
stay out of his cabin.
What'd you say?
Francois is a potato farmer, so of course ants are the horrible thing to do outside of the house. Yeah. Rather have them outside of the house than inside of the house.
Yeah.
But with how the whole scenario going on, it's like, okay, can't be offensive when it's big giant ants or else.
The potato farmer that has seen the good word of Cthulhu.
Yeah.
All right. Let's do it. Let's get on our raft and sweep down the rapids and get to the city. I'll take the axe. Use it as a rudder.
I pass over the axe for the water. I don't have anything to... Wait, no, I still have Paladin's dagger on me.
Guess we're out of time too, right?
Oh wait, is it already 8?
No, we got.
We got 3 more minutes.
Oh, okay.
30-ish minutes. From what I can tell, it's not even 8 yet.
Okay. I am going to be posting a picture of this, and oh dear, the dike. Oh, that's the dike right up there. Okay, I see.
I remember steer true and tried while. Was it Nocturne or. Mondo, I don't know your new character's name very well.
Knocker.
Knocker. Well, Knocker and I start paddling our way or help speed along. Keep us steered true and tried while we get to the zone.
Okay. It will be a few minutes for that picture to upload, but you guys are at the very top of this river, and it would be about a 4-hour journey as best as you can.
You dropped after as best as you can.
No? You might have to disconnect and reconnect real quick.
I bet he was trying to upload it, and it's using the.
Oh yeah, it's using his data.
Yeah.
Mo, connect to your nephew's internet if possible. It'll help with the uploading, depending on how fast it is, and it probably will help if you can reconnect again. Because right now we have no sound coming from you.
Yeah, it's
There we go. We hear you now.
it's iffy. Yeah. But anyways, as this uploads, it's gonna be a few minutes as I do that.
Is it
You
the
guys are
map
up
of
at
the
like
Formian City?
yes.
I think I found it. I maybe did. If I'm wrong, I'll.
Because I did make technically I do have a map on my notebook of the Formian City, supposedly from the water guard dude.
Yeah.
It's,
Oh.
okay.
If that's a picture of the Formian City, you will. It looks
With
like
this
a
Formian cave / city, and it's like it looks like a weird Aztec drawing. That's the best I can describe it. There's like a slouch tunnel way up towards the corner area, and it goes like through the middle.
it has water snaking down with it, and a big center area with 3 mounds in the middle.
Yep.
Yeah.
Nailed it.
And
Yeah.
like that. Yep.
Got it.
That's it. So yes, you guys are at the very top of this. If you can look closely, you can see where the dam / dike is. And it would take you a good probably 4 hours to get to where this main city nest is.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm down. Let's do it.
Let's go to the city.
So we're having to backtrack because it's let's see, 40
Yeah.
feet. So we actually went. I wonder
We
if this
like
is
we
40.
were kind of like we went up to the dam from the little lurker area, which is quite a ways.
Yeah, fraction of a mile up water.
Yeah.
Then we got off where the door area is, which is then we have to go track back all the way down to the city. At least I have a map. So we know when to jump and turn and stuff.
Yeah. You guys have that map here.
A little sketched out map on my notepad.
Is the Formian city the mounds in the center with the big ant mounds, or is it like further on down the?
Well, I'm going to be completely honest with you. It does not really specify.
Does it have a number? Does it say like the number 13, like it has different numbers for different sections?
It does, and let me take a look again.
Okay, my bet is that this is the city, then, and then that's just the surrounding area around the city.
Yes,
okay.
It is the main city, the main portion of Lictric. I don't even know how to pronounce that in ant.
Bless you. Wrote it down here. Oh, no, I'm even more confused. Well, there is Lictric, and then there's Vixvak.
Oh, yeah, the queen, whatever her name is.
All right.
Vixmanach, or whatever.
Well, you do realize they end up going off of antenna pheromone stuff. So when they translate it to us, it's like clear as day, but in their language, like for them, it's clear as day for the name. For us, it's just like, what?
Yeah. So we traveled back the way we came, back to the sandbar where the lurker was, where we set up camp, and then continue down into the main area where the city is.
Yes, exactly. And who is keeping an eye out for rock?
Well, Fenric is technically using my axe to drive it.
Okay.
While Noct and Francois are just making sure the power is behind the turns and stuff in case it doesn't turn as well.
Okay.
So I think out of all three of us, one of us is keeping track.
I think Noctur's primarily on it.
Okay.
Okay, well, he sees a bad patch of debris and rocks coming up quickly in the water. It is at the last fork in the road after a couple of hours of having to backtrack and go down into the main city nest. But just as you're about to turn, there's this patch of rocks that you can barely notice jutting out of the water. You wouldn't have noticed it if it wasn't for a dead Formian and some tools backing up against these rocks that they're caught up on. And that means Finric, you gotta make a you guys are going downhill, so agility check.
All right. Oh wait, this was a terrible idea. My agility's gone. Remember?
Yeah.
Oh, well, here it goes. -2. A 2.
Oh no! We're crashing. We're crashing.
Yes, you do crash. What happens is you're not able to bypass these as gracefully as you wish you could have. And these rocks tear a hole in the carapace raft. And it will sink in the time of 6 rounds, unless you can find something to plug up the hole. So you
have my corpse of a duck.
Okay.
Oh,
that's hardcore.
Does anyone have a shield?
only a follower of Cthulhu would think of something like that.
Quick, where's the duck? We need to plug this hole.
Use the carcass of my best friend.
Yeah, this.
Hey, we already appreciated him, and he's just making
He
sure
shall
we stay
serve
alive
in
a bit
death.
longer, even past his death.
Yeah, this would seem more Cthulhu's realm. Dealing with incoming water.
But the one thing is, I have a mutual agreement with Cthulhu, and he's kind of a little smidge mad at me. So what I did to try to save Finrick's agility from leaking away a lot more quicker than it should.
Yeah.
We forgot about that.
Okay, so I'm going to do... Let's see. So we're trying to think of something to seal the raft with, otherwise it's going to just start falling apart on us.
I have a small sack that hasn't been used yet. We can use that as a patching way, plus the duck inside of it.
You're going to use the duck and what else?
I have a small sack and a duck corpse. So I'm going to shove the duck corpse into the sack to, in a sense, make some sort of form of way to make a plug for the boat.
Yeah.
We're on.
I also have a sack of monster babies.
No, we're keeping them alive. We're not drowning them.
Yes.
They're precious.
Yeah.
But
You can probably steal one of them and name them Gary. Maybe. Not sure yet.
But what in the world did that come from? Oh, okay.
Okay, so I plug up the hole with Paladin's corpse in a small sack. Mo.
I can
Okay.
pour oil on it and turn it into kind of like a mushy duck paste. This is getting real crazy now.
Within a
I mean,
sack.
we're desperate though. In all fairness, oh,
Yeah.
I have a better. I think I have a better option than stuffing your dead duck in a hole. I think I have a better option.
You're forgetting it's in a sack now.
But you all might not like this either. But I have hide armor that does me no good, and I've not used it.
Yeah.
And either
So
does someone want the hide armor? It's a +3, but it affects my spell casting, so I
No.
haven't used it.
I have a +4 because of my scale mail from the funnel.
Because that's right? Like it messes up your spell casting if you're wearing armor. Is that right?
Yeah, I think
If you're
anything
elven,
above leather armor, it affects your spellcast.
So what about this? I take one of the flasks of oil, I pour it over the hide, I mush that up, and then I just stuff it down in the hole.
That could work. I mean, at this point, anything would work, and it'll either repair the
I
hole
think we're
completely,
controlling the water.
or
I have
Well,
down.
Henrik and Noct start patching up the hole.
my armor is now none. Oh yeah.
Oh,
also
great.
with my agility so bad, with my agility at -2,
You would be
I actually
staggered.
have 8 AC. I forgot about that.
Oh man, yeah. Ooh.
I need to. Fenric's not doing so well. He needs nap time. He needs to go just have a nice.
It's gonna be a little while before I can redo vitality.
Once we get to the Planeswalkers Guild, he needs to sleep it off.
And secretly, Francois is gonna just do serve vitality every so often. Just speed the process up.
Yeah, no, that's a good idea. Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
I did it once for the day, so I have to wait for the next day to do it again, if I remember right. At this point, Francois doesn't care if his deity gets mad at him.
I think you can do it
You
as
already
much
got
as
it.
you want, but if you fail, your deity disfavor is going to increase.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which we don't need. You might need to do something else.
Francois doesn't mind having an angry squid dude after him.
Well, I mean, if you want to try it again, if I could get +2, I would be at a -1. It's a 5% difference on a D20. It doesn't matter that much. So it's up to you.
I would say try it again. Or restore vitality on you once you are done plugging the hole.
Okay, I've plugged the hole with the I get my leather armor, I bind it up and pour oil on it and stuff it into the hole.
Yep, there you go. Job done.
278 for the pages, boys.
Yeah. Just roll and we'll get it.
Okay, my D20 has been rolled. Plus my caster level. It's going to be a 13 this time.
Uh-oh.
I know.
Your disfavor grows.
Actually, it does.
Did you roll a D3 last time?
No.
You should roll a D3.
Oh,
Because that's fun.
I only see D2s on the board thing. Can you roll a D3 for me?
Sure.
The 3D dice isn't popping up right for me.
Well, you can roll a D6 and then just 1, 2. Just kind of.
I roll a 3.
3. All right. It says that the last time a shaft of heavenly light shined on me, bathing me in the glorious light of Cthulhu. As I get 1 stamina point. Yeah.
What's number 3? Same thing again?
Yeah. Well, you failed this time, right? You got a 13.
Yeah. So you have to roll on a deity disapproval, and well, you didn't invoke him, so it'll just be deity disapproval.
I did. Yeah. What? I don't know which page that would be under. Okay. Wish I had the big book to figure this out myself. Have you guys run to the spell page while I go to the D&D disapproval table?
Do you? No, you don't have to do that unless you get a nat 1. You only do it. But what happens is your disfavor range increases. So now the next time it's a 1 or a 2, and then if you fail again, it's a 1, 2, or 3, and so on and so forth. And the only way you can change that, so right now it's 1 to 2. If you roll a 1 to 2 on any spell, then you go to this table. And the only way to change that is to do some kind of supplication to Great Cthulhu. You know, like, I don't know what that looks like. But
convert somebody or
offer sacrifices. Which
sacrifice Paddleton, his body, like, to the...
I still definitely have it in a bag.
The great deep ones and the old one. Oh, yeah. If you are able to summon something, it'd be a deep one instead of a type, insert number here, demon.
Yeah.
All right.
It would be definitely from the deep, not a demon, for goodness sakes, because I have Cthulhu. He's not a demon. Well, he's not of the demon base.
I'm just not being real convinced of that. I'm just not real strongly convinced of the neutral moniker on that one right there.
It's weird.
I've loved crafting lore.
Although the idea, I get that. So this is more Cookean alignment, right? So law is not good. Law is not good. In fact, my god in Alex's game is Logos, the perfect form. And what it is it's the star gods of the Necrontyr from 40k. It's these geometric shapes that appear above a planet, and then they start to like eat the planet and kill the sun, and the sun dies out. But it's lawful because it doesn't like any disorder at all. Like it has to destroy all disorder.
Just imagine Rick and Morty. You know the head, like the planet heads. That. With them being on the talent show and stuff. But just thinking of the like geometric shapes.
If Fenric perishes, I'm going to join the cleric club, and my deity is going to be an OSR gatekeeper god.
Ooh.
Ooh.
That would be fun. Then we can just rename this group to the Amen.
The Amen. And just cover all the alignments.
We got our chaotic frogman, our neutral Cthulhu tentacle lover. We have
right now. Benrick's elf king is lawful good, is it right now?
Sort of.
We just try to keep in the same alignment.
And then we got. Are you a cleric or a wizard, Edmundo? I'm sorry, I forget.
Cleric.
Okay, so you got a cleric who worships a lamb who is totally not a wolf in sheep's clothing at this point. So far.
Time's running out a bit, just heads up.
Yeah, so we're going to end it on this. You guys have plugged at the hole.
And we got to
make your way to the center, yes, city. You see what you could at least make out as like towers and possibly like buildings on top of these mounds are just destroyed and ruined by the water, and it looks like war. The water surrounding these 3 great gigantic mounds is full of, and since you've seen them before, as the foreman was talking to you, it's full of giant crayfish fighting these giant frogmen.
Oh no.
Yes. Oh yes. Oh no. Oh yes. And as you guys make your way to the first, yeah, it's giant frog again. It's the Flod or Fladi, however you want to pronounce it. Some of them are here, and as you guys make your way to a landing of some sort, we'll figure out that location to get there. Your raft, unfortunately, the hole wasn't completely repaired as it begins to sink. And
to area where we can at least get onto land or have shallow.
The best way I can describe this is the beginning of, the beginning of Black Pearl, as Jack Sparrow is coming into port and his ship is sinking. That is essentially what happened.
Basically, I just pull out my axe from the rudder and we just go off onto the land, just walking.
And that's it. And that is where we'll end for tonight.